can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. A 2K Sports pregame show. Tonight.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The commute in full swing as we get set for basketball here. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Thompson.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's George in at the 1. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Looney in at the 5. Bill, hypothetically, 2-on-2, Steph Curry and Del Curry against Clay and Michael Thompson. Which family tandem wins?
Are they playing right now, or are we
No, they're going back in their prime.
So it's prime against prime.
Prime against prime.
I think
this is right in your wheelhouse.
I think Clay and Michael would win, because Michael Thompson he was really good back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't think Del Curry or Steph Curry could have handled him with a low post. I think if they were playing now, I think Curry's would be like 20-point favorites. They just shoot threes.
I think Del can still shoot.
I think Del should be in a team.
Yeah.
They can't. The Rockets couldn't have put him in the corner like Ryan Anderson. I think he can still play.
Haskell's shot is off. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's George, and he converts the layup. George has got 5 now.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Here's Curry with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in, because people are afraid to screw up. You know, with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly. And there's nothing anonymous about it.
No. Yeah. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I really care
Our name
about
is attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, like, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. Like, they're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. Stolen by George. On the wing, Porter. On the wing, Doncic. He had 10 points in the win against the Clippers. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy, because you're crazy anyway, but there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, or the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Porter. And Curry subbed in for Doncic. 5 to shoot. Evans kicks to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On the wing, George. Another 3 for Dallas.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Pass to Spellman. Golden State moving the ball around. Green dishes to Evans. No good again that time.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Green against George. Curry passes to George. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Timeout. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Timeout called the Warriors. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 13. Pass to Green. Now Evans. Passes it to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. It doesn't go for him. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. All the great Golden State Warriors scores. Draymond Green's.
I think there are times where one.
Both teams making some changes here. The Warriors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then it's Porter. Then there's Doncic, and it's George in at the point guard. Pulls up. Again, the Mavericks score.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Evans. Powell pulls it in. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Here's Curry. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Because Steph moves so well, anytime he can get some separation, he starts to feel once he gets the ball, he's going to find some points.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you want.
I want to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Doncic. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now Curry. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Schofield in at the three, the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Warriors trail by 20. And there's the pass to Looney. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 6th rebound on the night. Floats it up for Doncic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Timeout called the Warriors. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Curry subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Spellman. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Green deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. Drills it from outside. Thompson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors. Doncic finds George. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. From deep three-point range. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Mavericks, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Stolen by George. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. George has got the ball. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 8 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Jacob Evans, he's checked in for Steph Curry. And Dallas with a change here, too. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Doncic. Lee against Curry. Green left side. And the Warriors miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Curry can't get it to go.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Pass to Spellman. Evans against George. Just 5 on the clock. Evans kicks to Lee. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. George way outside. The Warriors pull it in. Evans has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 13.
Always got to keep your eyes up. Make sure you see open teammates, and Clay did it that time.
Here's George, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for Curry. And George drops them both. 58 seconds left to play in the third. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Wright against Lee. Pass to Schofield. Here's Spellman. Rebounded by Hardaway.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson dishes to Lee. Clock at 6. Thompson surveying the floor. Launches it. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's George. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And it's been there. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Curry. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Porter. And it's George in at the point guard position.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Curry passes to Thompson. Here's Looney, guarded by Doncic. Here's Schofield. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? You can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. And the Warriors miss again.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Porter. And it's Wright in for Luka Doncic. George against Evans. And that one's good. Right.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
It's George on the wing. Another 3 for Dallas.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Evans against George. Evans outside. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Poole. Shot to stop the run. Kleber with the rebound. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure,
so the problem for Dallas is they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry.
You're asking me? I'm all for it.